Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is for Arrested Development Season 1, Episode number 5. Please remember to hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell to get more videos like this.
Alright, we got Christopher Simeon coming through on Episode 4 to say, I've made a huge mistake. This line is a classic Arrested Development line that you will hear many times throughout the show. Job is up there as one of my favorite characters as he is just ridiculous and nonsensical with his magic tricks that always seem to fail.
Lego Batman.
Alright, JoJo coming through to say, I could go on about the subtle jokes in this one, like Job being stabbed in the back when his brother is hitting on his girlfriend, but in the end, it's just the great one-liners that stick with you after each episode. You've got to grab that brownish area by its points. Chuckle. Executive producer Lissit saying Job the Houdini was hilarious in this episode. Also, I'm here for Buster and Liza's romance. Also, Michael needs to put his and his son's needs first because that was his original plan, but now he has retracted massively. Can't wait for the next one. Gary, Jerry, and Larry is coming through to say, random fact, the guy in the tree, Johnny Bark, was played by Clint Howard, brother of Ron Howard, the narrator. Yep.
Oh, Clint.
Delguy03 says, I think you are the only reactors to the show who immediately recognized Liza Minnelli, and that's why you're the best. Oh, thanks.
I appreciate it.
She's a great addition to the Arrested Development world, and a very unexpected one. There are more to come.
Oh, okay, well.
And that final detail of the key in his stomach being the only thing that protected him from a knife in the gut is one more example of the beautiful way this show ties unrelated plot threads together.
So, yeah.
By the way, after this episode, Marta is played by a different actress, due to scheduling conflicts. Ordinarily, I wouldn't mention something yet to happen, but unlike most details on the show, this one isn't meaningful, and it is apt to be merely distracting or puzzling if you're not ready for it. Great heads up.
Okay.
And then Tom Lester saying, you had previously mentioned that you like Veep before when I was watching the Chuck reactions, but I didn't see that you mentioned in these first few episodes that Buster is Gary Walsh. Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned it, but like, I think because we already just saw him on Chuck, we were just like, oh my gosh, now he's on Chuck and now he's on... But yeah, Veep, one of my all-time favorite, one of our all-time favorite shows.
That's where he stood out at right there.
That was his best role to me. Well, I mean, we haven't seen him
in this one,
but that was an amazing role. He was fantastic. Beyond that, this is definitely one of my favorite shows. I joined for The Good Place, but I'm glad that you started this show too.
Oh, great.
I've probably watched every episode of this show original series at least a dozen times. This show has so many things you can miss on each viewing to make it so good to rewatch. I totally believe that.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Very quick.
Alright guys, let's get to episode 5 right now.
Michael Bluth always rode his bike to work, but the recent heat wave had taken some of the fun out of it. It had also caused problems in his presentation to the Bluth Company investors.
There's no screw-ups with the permits this time.
The permits have been filed absolutely on time. You have my word on that. Tell you what. Let me get some of this. Well, as you can see, the important part is here.
Hi guys, really great to see you
One part is
again.
this arrow going up.
Hey. I like her too.
They think you're full of I think it's the sweating.
I think you're full of shit.
Gotta get a car.
Don't worry, I told them the truth.
That I rode here on a bike?
That the permits were filed.
But my dad filed the permits before he went to jail.
You most certainly did not.
So I just lied to the investors?
You most certainly did.
That's really great. Well, now I gotta ride my
You
bike
most
out to the prison
certainly
and
did.
talk to my dad about this. That would be fun in 100-degree heat.
Well, why don't you just take your dad's car?
Well, no. Dad would never go for that.
No. There's no ice cream in the car.
I'll be careful.
Nuts.
Hey, whoa. 2 sticks and extra chocolate. Is it Mardi Gras? What are you charging for that?
Is it Mardi
I
Gras?
don't like to discuss money.
What does that mean? You don't pay for it?
A Bluth banana? No, I hadn't planned on it. But I tell you what, if you want to use my likeness for a Hamburglar type character, I'll sign off on that, Mr. Banana Grabber.
No. No more banana grabbing. No more car grabbing. Throw that away, please.
That's just money.
It's already made. I don't care. Nobody gets it now, okay? Are you happy?
My own brother,
My own brother.
Michael. My own selfish brother, Michael.
All right. I do not want you to get upset. He did not mean that. Sometimes he says things.
Selfish Michael.
Selfish Michael.
He did not mean that either.
Michael then went to his
Sounds like
sister
I
to
did.
find his father's car.
What car? I don't know what you're talking about.
Dad's car, the one you didn't tell me that you had, even though I had to ride my bicycle to work all week.
Dad's car. Well, obviously I'm going to use it if it's an emergency.
Lindsay had such an emergency 3 days earlier when her salon was able to squeeze her in at the last moment.
Why you ain't right?
Baby, this car is about to be all fucked up.
That car's discontinued. I had to get ready for the bachelorette auction.
The bachelorette auction, you know you're married.
I'm just go to dinner with the guys for charity.
That's what you said about posing for the Ladies of Literacy calendar. The one with the pictures of all the 30-year-old women in lingerie with their nipples covered by copies of Oliver Twist. Yeah, that made a big difference for the young ones.
Yeah, well, what if it didn't get banned from the schools?
Come on, Stacey, you just do all this charity crap just to stroke your ego. You don't even know what the auction's for tonight.
The wetlands.
To do what with them?
Dry them.
Save them.
From drying.
Save.
Which is more than you would ever do. I mean, you're like the least charitable person I know.
I don't do anything for myself. Everything that I do is for this family.
Oh, you don't do it for us, Michael. You just do it because you love being the guy in charge. Because you love saying no. Like you said to Joe when he wanted a frozen banana. And even after he gave you the rights to his Mr. Banana Grabber character.
All right, you know what? I will start doing my charity work when you start doing yours. In the meantime, where's the car?
I think Buster has it. I don't know. It's on the schedule.
There's a whole
Everybody got a
schedule.
Schedule?
Who can drive the car?
Try so hard
Ladies
not
of
to.
literacy.
So Michael went to find Buster.
Who let you in?
Your new cleaning woman. What happened to Luce?
Supposedly, Luce had to take her daughter to the hospital. That's Lupe, her sister.
God, I hope she's okay.
She's awful. Can barely wash a dish. Uh-oh.
That's not what I meant.
She
Okay,
better not
really
walk
washing
in
dishes.
here after she's been in there. Tell me you've got an exit strategy.
Mother.
Oh, please. They didn't sneak into this country to be your friends.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Don't you judge me. You're the selfish one. You're the one who charged his own brother for a blue frozen
Everyone's calling this banana
I mean, it's
situation.
one banana.
Oh my God.
Cost $10?
You've never actually set foot in a supermarket, have you?
I don't have time for this.
What it cost? $10?
I've got to get ready for the bachelorette auction.
You're doing that? You can't possibly tell me that you care about the wetlands.
I care about going for more money than Lucille Ostero.
In fact,
Still
Lucille
got
Bluth had
beef.
made sure of that.
Still got beef.
I got you tickets to the producers. I already saw it in New York. But that's of no use to a woman whose vertigo makes flying a grotesque misadventure. You must have scrimped and saved for the...
Stripped and saved.
Isn't this the night of the auction? Is it?
Seem pretty confident.
Oh,
I think
you
there's
must
a
have
certain
stripped and
connection
saved.
with
Shots, man.
Buster.
Where did he go? Buster! Why do you hide every time the doorbell rings?
I'm not hiding.
Buster was hiding from Lucille Ostero. After inadvertently flirting with her at a social event while not wearing his glasses, Lucille had been pursuing him ever since.
Buster, hi, it's me again. I've still got these producers tickets and I'd love to share them with you. I don't want you to think I'm taking this more seriously than you are, and unless you're planning
Babe, she's
some
reading.
grand romantic gesture, my feelings are just the teensiest bit hurt.
What are you going to do?
Bid on you.
How much?
$10,000.
When?
When they call my name.
No, they're not going to call your name, they're going to call my name. Good grief.
He's looking at the camera.
Good grief.
Hey, Busty. You been using Dad's car?
No. Well, yes.
You got the keys?
Probably in my school pants.
Okay.
I have been a part of this archaeological dig.
Hmm.
I think we found a part of a pterodactyl under Fashion Island. Ow. That was 90% gravity. It is my day on the schedule, but I guess you get them first.
Yeah.
Wait, I need my rape whistle back.
I need the right
You got all your
whistle.
stuff out of the car?
Yeah, I left my homework in the back seat, but I can get it later. Okay.
Okay.
Help.
Michael surveyed the damage to his father's
Babe.
car. The partially excavated skull, the spilled
Oh, why is
milk
that in the
pouch,
car?
the burned seats, and he came to an important decision.
Well, I'm getting some ice cream, I can tell you that right now.
Only reason kept him out of the car all
Michael,
these years.
now able to drive to prison, confronted his father about the permits.
How come you didn't tell me that you didn't file them?
Well, I'm under a lot of pressure here. I'm trying to get my newsletter off the ground, and I'm trying to decide which gang to align myself with.
Is it Pledge Week already?
I got it down to 2, but honestly, I just don't even want to choose. I just feel like the prettiest girl at the dance. Hey, listen, about that permit thing, that's an easy fix. Just break
Gang
the
and
permit
get down.
office, flip the application into the next file. Then you tell them, you know, hey, you guys screwed up.
I'm not doing that, Dad.
Michael, you lied to your investors. You gotta make that right. Call Joe. He'll handle it. That's what he's for.
That's what he's for.
You better tell him I'm asking. I don't think he's gonna do it for you after you wouldn't even give him a frozen
Banana.
Banana!
You guys
I'm
are...
not charitable.
Never mind. I'll tell Joe.
Everybody know about the damn banana.
Well, there's really a dance?
I don't know. Both sides are making a lot of promises.
Both sides making a lot of promises.
He's getting
This is
wooed,
Joe,
babe,
guy.
by the gangs.
Joe. Can I talk to you for a sec? Listen, I'm really sorry about before.
I don't eat apples like
things
that.
and I got a little carried away. It's not the way you're supposed to treat a brother, especially one that I value so highly. Oh, I need a favor.
Now we're settled.
Did you just whistle?
You had to buy a candied apple when you denied me a banana, so yeah, I'm whistling. Satisfied?
It's not gonna whistle. Listen, Dad would like for you to break into the permit office.
Dad said he wanted me for that?
Yes, he did. Will you do it?
Maybe. I have some conditions. Terms.
Boy.
One condition and one term.
All right. Let's have the condition first.
Free banana whenever I want.
Single dip.
Double dip. But I'll take one stick.
All right. What else?
Creative control, spin-off rights, and theme park approval for Mr. Banana Grabber, Baby Banana Grabber, and any other Banana Grabber family character that might emanate therefrom.
I retain animation rights, and we're going to go back to single dip.
Done.
Great. What else?
You humiliated me in front of my nephew. I expect you to fix that. I want the respect of your son.
It'll let me do the talking. George
I
Michael,
want the
your
respect
uncle
of
has a
your son.
request.
One loose banana, George Michael.
Go ahead, give it to him. Joe deserves your respect, and from now on, I want you to do whatever he asks you to do. Okay? After all, he is your uncle, and I think we ought to just embrace that.
You can't do
Lupe
that. I'm not
did
deaf.
have people waiting for her,
Just there.
and they had reported her missing.
Oh my god, baby. This is...
The real Lupe, however, was leaving Lucille's for the evening.
Oh, Buster! Oh. Hello.
Oh, she just let
Here's
it
my one-time admirer. He's not planning some grand romantic gesture after all. You know what? It's his loss. It's his loss. It's his loss!
Job, meanwhile, was casing the permit office, following the first rule of surveillance: never get noticed.
Carrier Express. Say, you're not our regular guy. No, I'm the substitute.
Hey, Gary, get a picture of me with the new whistling delivery guy.
Job realized he needed a new plan.
Yeah, because
Joe, I
now...
need you to give your father a message for me.
All right, well, you heard my dad. I have to do whatever he asks me to.
Right, forgot about that. All right, take this lockpick set, break it in the permit office for me.
Well, no, I think I better check with my dad first.
Fred's gonna break into a permit office? Sweet, can I come?
And George Michael saw a chance to get closer to maybe.
You know, my dad hates to micromanage. Let's just do this.
And back at the wetlands, Lindsay finally found her taxi.
Lord, it's so worse than before.
Oh my God,
it's me.
And in her haste to leave the wetlands, she forgot to call Michael.
Now he
Oh
look
my
like he
God,
about to go
babe.
murder her.
Stay there. What are you doing? Get in the car. Don't move. Lindsay! Linz!
Do you just
Why are
pull
you
up to the
looking?
wetlands
She's not here.
and call it out her
She
name?
never
be
was
here.
here. She set me up. This is probably all about the car. I'm gonna kill her. Hey! Where are you going? Hello? I'm trying to help you. You're welcome.
Meanwhile, Job met with his father to discuss the permit office break-in.
So I say to Michael, If it's so important to Dad, I'll look past your selfishness and do it.
There's a dentist in here who took liberties with his patients, and I'm going to ask him to take a look at whatever is happening with you.
Whatever's happening.
He took liberties with his patients.
Be harder with this gang than it is right now.
Yes, sir. So have you made a decision?
I thought I had it down to 2, but then the Haitians made this beautiful pitch.
The Haitians.
So, any trouble about the permit?
No.
Easy.
I delegated just so you tell me.
Who'd you get?
George Michael.
My grandson. I got my 14-year-old grandson to do it.
Under 18, wash out clean.
Listen,
Walks out clean.
it's a very strict no touching policy here, but oh, what the hell? It's worth a week in the hot box. No, you touch it! Stupid ass.
And George Michael was successful with the lockpick Job had given him.
What are you doing? We're supposed to put the form in the wrong file.
I know. I'm just leaving my calling card.
Well, I thought we didn't want anyone to know we were here.
Well, it's a little late for that. Our fingerprints are everywhere.
You said they weren't going to check for fingerprints.
No. I said don't wear your mittens. I didn't want you to look stupid on the security cameras.
There's a security camera? Someone's coming. What do we do?
I don't know. I always get caught.
Save yourself. I'll take the hit. My record's clean. Well, I got my bike seat stolen once, but I don't think it counts on your record if you're the victim. I mean, there is a record of this, but, like, it's not like I'm the
Yeah,
bad guy.
thanks.
Yeah, I got it.
I'll take something like this. Okay.
Next time.
Hold it!
And Lindsay
Yeah.
made it to the Save
Oh my
the
God,
Wetlands
man.
auction
Feel like
with
shit.
moments to spare.
Oh, honey. You're not supposed to show up as the wetlands.
Lucille was waiting for Buster to show
Hey,
up.
no, my way ain't gonna
Buster
hold
was
it.
waiting for the other Lucille to leave for what he assumed was the producers, but was now in fact the Bachelorette auction. And Lindsay was finally up for auction, which Michael arrived just in
Like
time
damn
to see.
exorcist.
What do I hear for Lindsay Bluth?
So good.
Gentlemen, it's a good cause.
And as Michael looked at his sister, uncertain whether her face was red from embarrassment or the sun damage, it was clear she had been in the wetlands that day.
1,000.
Seriously.
Seriously.
So, to the man who truly knows what charity is.
Oh my god.
Truly knows what charity.
Lucille! Ooh, lucky bastard. Going
And Buster showed up just in time
$10,000!
to
Oh my
rig
God.
the wrong Lucille.
Damn.
How grand! How terribly grand!
Right.
Well, how embarrassing. My own brother buying me, I'd rather die. Thank you. Maybe you're not that selfish.
Well, you know, you actually went out there. I was impressed that you gave it a shot.
Excuse me. Yeah. Is this your car?
Oh my god.
Yes, it's his.
You coming up?
For the forced abduction of Helen Maria Delgado.
What?
What'd you do?
Just trying to be a good guy.
Me too.
Me too.
Both of them.
Let's go see Papa.
Let's go see Papa.
On the next Arrested Development, Michael gets a lucky break when Helen makes the same mistake that he did.
Step forward.
Clock.
Oh my gosh.
Cool, I'm out.
And Job kicks himself for a bad business decision.
I said you go. Oh,
I never should have given up animation rights.
Alright, that was episode 5 of Arrested Development, and I can see why you guys have a cult following with this, because every episode is going to give you a little bit of something or a whole lot of something to just remember moving forward. I mean, these jokes are very, very smartly done, and the people that are delivering them are straight up professionals at this. Jason Bateman being one of them, and his sister, man. His sister go hard too on that
And
shit.
Lucille, their mom.
Yeah, Lucille, the mom, man. Them shots though.
Right.
For sure. So, I mean, everybody on here holding it down. And I know Michael Cera gonna get evolved eventually because he became who we knew he is right now. So he's just gonna get even better too as he mature in this episode. But hey, another solid episode for me, man. I can't wait to see what they do next.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't have a lot to add to that. Lucille was my MVP of the episode. The wetlands bird alone.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant. Like, I honestly, like, I have bad respect for people who can bird in that regard because I am incapable of doing that to that degree. Like, I have to really think out my jokes. So, like, to do that just, like, flawlessly, the writing is so well in that regard, too.
Yeah.
But I loved the episode. I loved the whole buildup of the car getting destroyed and then ultimately leading to the girl thinking she's getting kidnapped, and then like even at the post-credit scene, as far as like it all worked out for him, which is not typical too. I just thought it's so smart, it's so brilliant, it's so well executed, and I just can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, classic misunderstanding. All right, well look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Arrested Development Season 1 Episode 5, and until next time, people, peace.